This PowerPoint is on the turquoise darter, Ethiostoma inscriptum. So the turquoise darter is in kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata, class Actinopterygii, which includes the ray fin fishes, a subclass of the bony fishes. Order Perciformes, family Percidae, and the specific epithet is Ethiostoma inscriptum. Now a little bit about family Percidae, or the perch family. It is the second largest family behind Cyprinidae, and most of the fish in this family will be darters, although we have some perch and walleyes. Some characteristics of the perch family: these fish lack swim bladders. These fish are also very colorful, especially the breeding males. Fish in this family will have ctenoid scales, which are rounded scales with a comb-like edge, known as tennae, or teeth. So the fins in this family, these fish have two dorsal fins. The first will have spines, and the second will have soft rays. These fish have thoracic pelvic fins with one spine and 5 rays, and they also have 1 to 2 anal spines. Now the lateral line in this family will vary, but it's straight and complete in most species. So turquoise darters inhabit freshwater creeks and rivers in bedrock runs with large stones. They are common in most of their range, which has an extent of 20,000 square kilometers in the Edisto, Savannah, and Alameda river drainages of North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, and they are not migratory. Darters prefer temperate climates with water depths between 10 to 30 centimeters. So adult darters will vary in length from 66 to 78 millimeters, which is about 2 to 3 inches. The darter has 5 to 6 dorsal saddles and 6 blotches along their sides. Males will be brown with several horizontal rows of small red spots, pictured here, and females will be a yellow-brown with brown saddles and blotches. Now, breeding males have a pinkish body with dark green bars along their sides. The ventral side of the head is blue, and the pelvic, anal, and caudal fins are a blue-green, as well as the dorsal fins. The dorsal fins and the caudal fin also has red margins. So it is thought that darters spawn in late March to early May. They eat various invertebrates, and the adult population size is unknown but large. It is thought that it could range anywhere from 10,000 to 1 million individuals, and the populations are stable and listed as least concern under the IUCN Red List. Now, unfortunately, there isn't a lot of information on the turquoise darter, but I did find 2 interesting studies. One looked at the feeding habits of the darter in a Georgia Piedmont stream, and so they examined the stomach contents of 20 darters and found that chironoid larvae was the most common food item in the stomachs. They also found blackfly larvae, mayfly, and caddisfly nymphs, and so they classified the darter as an opportunistic feeder, and they also concluded that the darter's size does not correlate to the size of the prey they will eat. The second study looked at the reproductive characteristics of the darter in the upper Piedmont of South Carolina. So they looked at the sex ratio, fecundity, gonosomatic indices, and the time of spawning for the turquoise darter from January to June 2009. And so they found that the sex ratio favored females in a 1.8 to 1 ratio. And they also found that males' weight and length were significantly greater than females, and that the fecundity estimates could range anywhere from 122 to 235 ova per year. And all of this is very important to add to the unknown life history of the darter.